right here at the Starlight Room on top of the Sir Francis Drake Hotel.
For 10 years, I was the queen of late night TV.
I want to hear that rock and roll!
When my show was taken off the air in the late 90s for having a vibrator, the only job I could get was reality TV.
Welcome to the Marcia Show. A little insight into my life, kind of reality, comedy, rock and roll. I found with this stupid reality TV show that with all...
You can't say that. This is reality TV.
Yeah, but this is my reality, so why can't I say the truth?
Did I say something wrong?
Great meeting you.
I was at my all-time lowest.
Could you take the camera away?
And out of the blue, a producer in Amsterdam saw my tape and gave me my own show.
Welcome to Late Night on Planet M from Amsterdam. Yes, I'm your host, Marcia Kimpton.
This is our first night in Amsterdam.
I love the Dutch. It's me.
You make everything groovy.
We didn't have a menage a trois, did we?
No, but you certainly gave me the impression we were going to have a menage a trois.
Oh, God, men.
Do you know what happened?
Wild thing.
Oh, I remember most of
You
it.
make my heart sing.
I think. He texted me. I'm marrying him.
Oh, God.
I'm going to Portofino for my honeymoon.
Does he know that?
Not yet. I'm divorcing him. He just texted me and he canceled.
Oh, my God, the wedding gifts are going back. You need to check yourself into a fucking mental home. This is your stage. This is your audience. Action!
Hi, I'm Marcia.
Cut. Can we have a little more action? I feel like I kind of want to take a nap.
Why are you here in Amsterdam? Any chance you're going on the other side?
The dark side. Do you know the song Roxanne?
Girl?
Did you know it was about that little red light?
Enough.
Want to know where you're from?
Are you from Northern England?
Cornwall.
Cornwall.
Okay, cut.
Okay, how about Poles?
Poles?
Yeah, Poles.
What's a pole?
Not people from Poland, but Poles. The city is built on poles.
Shirley. We could keep to the strip.
Roxanne.
Okay, cut. I'm very sorry, please.
What are you going to be doing while you're in Amsterdam?
Well, we're just off to the Sex Museum.
It's becoming a little distracting.
Distracting. I'm distracting.
That's my director for the reality show.
It's her show.
You wouldn't know it.
Everybody ready? Because I am.
What are you doing?
Well,
I was told I was going to have a date with Marcia in a beautiful romantic restaurant, and instead I am fighting it out with other men like this is some gladiator pit.
I'm sorry. What rock do you live under?
Excuse me?
This is reality TV.
Maybe you just leave today so I can finish the segment.
Got it. I'll go.
Blew my mind.
Hi, dear. For God's sake, Shirley, can you have him wear clothing? I work with the guy.
Sure, but we didn't know you were coming home.
Can't you go to his place?
No, he lives with his mother.
He lives with his mother.
It's expensive in Amsterdam.
We have a few trivia questions, and you'll get
I've
to
got a trivia question for you. Which one of these women fucked the editor of our show? Was it editor fucker number 1 or editor fucker number 2?
Gosh, I am so sorry. The question really is do you know what New York...
Actually, I fucked the gorgeous 24-year-old Dutch boy.
Oh my God! I think we better go and have a drink.
Hello, everyone. My name is Heather Hurt with the NRW, where nerds rule the world. And I'm here with Marcia Kimpton, who is the director and who plays Marcia in the film An American in Amsterdam. How are you today, ma'am?
I am great. I'm in Hydra, Greece, an island just about 2 hours on ferry outside of Athens. And I'm going to turn off my mail so that doesn't do that. Sorry. Yeah, and I'm thrilled to be interviewed by you today because I got God on my side. The sun is setting, and in the light, I know a little bit about lighting, is coming right on me. So I feel really lucky to be here.
Absolutely. And we're going to talk about the film and the lighting element of creating and directing in a little bit. But I want to start out. So I was reading, you're the daughter or granddaughter of the Kimptons, like from the Kimpton Hotel.
Daughter of Bill Kimpton, who started Kimpton Hotels. And I'm very lucky for that. Yeah.
I am. So much of this film kind of was just perfect. And now that you're in Greece, it's even funnier. So Kimpton is where I usually stay when I travel internationally. The Kimptons. I love.
Really?
Kimptons. Yeah, I love them to death.
But you were about to say international because when my dad was alive, there was only 40 and they were only in the United States. But you're saying international is where you pick the Kimpton because there's so many choices internationally. So that really warms my heart.
Yeah, I love them. That free ads. We're not getting paid for this, guys. Seriously, we love like the very like giving feeling. There, people at Kimptons are always so warm. Like I've stayed in a Kimpton in New York, but Scotland. There was another one I can't remember now. We stayed in one.
I haven't been in Scotland, but have you been to the one in Amsterdam?
I have not, but ironically, I do. I was in Amsterdam last month.
Oh, so you weren't at the Kimpton because we actually the bar is in the movie.
Yes,
that wild, trippy bar when we're on mushrooms. It's actually it was very hard to get because it was owned by someone else, but it's at the Kimpton to DeWitt. But don't you love Amsterdam? And did you feel like in the movie you went to Amsterdam?
It was really fun seeing the movie after I've officially been there. I was just like, I know that spot. I know that spot.
Yeah,
and that's something that is actually in the writing. Amsterdam is one of your favorite places. Is that correct?
I would say it's my favorite city in the world outside of New York City, which would be, United States. But yeah, I went to that city more than any other city in my entire life. I became a resident. I realized that was not a smart move because of the taxes, but I ended it after a while. But it was a fantasy to live there, so I did. And the only thing that was negative was the weather and the taxes because it was really a dream come true. And what was interesting was when I was doing the movie, because it was my favorite city, I knew a lot of these spots, but I ended up not being able to get like the spot at the train station where all of those bikes are. So I ended up meeting a local location manager, Director and Man, who is now one of my closest friends and is a producer of everything. And at that point, after filming there, I thought, maybe I can live here. And I didn't realize how easy it is because there's a Dutch-U.S. treaty, but I didn't look into the taxes and whatever. We won't go into that for my few minutes that I have with you. But the DeWitt Kimpton Hotel was actually extremely helpful and crucial in making this film because I accessed so much of what they had. But it's been bought by Intercontinental Hotel Group. Mm-hmm. So when my dad was alive and even after his death, we had it, I think, for 15 years and then it's bought. So the best part is hearing that the legacy of what my dad wanted, which is really nice people and to make your experience unique, is still existing even internationally.
Absolutely, yes. And once again, not getting paid for this. I do suggest Kimpton hotels. I go to Marriott's a lot because that's what I do for my day job. But like if I'm picking them on my own, I prefer a Kimpton, especially if you're going with a lot of people. Like lots of free drinks at Kimptons. I don't know what they do. They all just like to get us drunk.
No, that was my dad's idea, honestly. And at the time, nobody did free coffee and free wine, and he was the first. And so it was really amazing because you ended up meeting everybody in the hotel because you have free wine down in the lobby. It was a very unique idea. But yeah, that is a benefit if you do stay.
Let's talk about that social element. So one of the really fun things about An American in Amsterdam is it's both a reality film and it's a parody on reality television at the same time.
Yes. Yes. The mock documentary, because it's not real. The only thing real in there is my late night show out of San Francisco. But continue, because I love that we are really making fun of reality TV.
Absolutely. Oh, it's the joke was blatant. I'm not a reality TV fan, so I like to make these jokes, and I'm like, I get this. I get deep in my soul. I get this.
That warms my heart again. When I was pulled off TV with my dream job, a late night show, the only job I could get is reality TV, and I just wasn't going to do it. So my first film was called My Reality, and everything has been based on, until I did Bardo Blues, a drama, comedy of spoofing reality TV and all that can happen in that situation. And that's why I use my name, because then I can use my old footage of being on the Fox Morning Show and my late night show. But also, you don't know if it's real, which has worked against me. I want in film festivals and selling it. They're like, wait, it's too real. We don't know if it's not real. Well, it's fake, guys. I wrote every word and I'm acting, but there is some improv. When we're working off the real people, we don't know what they're going to say, right?
And that was actually a question that I had. It's once again, this was a parody, and it was very obvious that it was a parody, but there really was all of those elements of reality television. So how much you said that some of it was impromptu, of course, but how many, like when you pulled off these people from the streets, were these actors or were these like legitimate people wandering around that you were interviewing?
They were completely legitimate, but we did have to have a couple ones like in Dam Square where we really didn't have the permit, and it's a tough one to film in. We did have two random extras. They had no idea what we were going to do. So when we did the scene of me pulling away the mic and my boss pulling away the mic from Shirley, and we are using the F word a lot, and it's kind of the climax of the movie. We had one take, and these people were reacting real. They had no idea what they had signed up for. So that was the few times that you had to have, I think it's the only time, but God, this was 2019, that we weren't working with real people right off the street. And I love interviewing real people. So it's something that I really get a kick of. This is a close friend that said when I was having a problem getting an actress for the part, and I was 3 months away, she said, let me do it, because she's naturally to be born on TV. And she did kind of go in the industry, but never gave it a real try. So we had that extra kind of old friendship, but almost every single line is memorized except for when we're working off the people. And she's really good at being spontaneous. And she's completely opposite of me. She's much darker. And I think she's funnier than me, but she does have that kind of dark comedic edge. And I'm more of the nicer, sweet person, with the people. We were trying to match who we are and balance it in the movie.
And the two of y'all have a great dynamic. I got a lot of ABFAB in there. I was just like, oh my God.
Thank you. Thank you. That's all we based it on was ABFAB. And of course we have our ABFAB night of going into the coffee shop, smoking some weed, totally acting, completely doing a mushroom kind of tripping thing in that Kimpton DeWitt bar, completely acting. But yeah, that's what we both love ABFAB. So I really appreciate you saying that.
Absolutely. Glad they caught it. And by the way, for those of you out there who have never been to Amsterdam, you don't go to coffee shops, you go to cafes. Coffee shops are where we see some of the events take place in the film. So just as a heads up, when you see some of those more fun out there situations.
Well, I gotta give you a funny story. I was 20 years old, and at that time I really did like smoking a weed. It was the only place legal. And I'm with my boyfriend and 3 of his best friends. And we sat in Amsterdam on the first day waiting 8 hours to get into the Melkweg, because that's where we heard, and it's a really cool club, that you could smoke. We realized the next day there's a coffee shop, which is not for coffee, it's for, smoking, is on every corner. We laughed so hard because we saw a coffee shop and we just thought coffee.
To be fair, some of them have phenomenal, unfortunately I can't smoke because of the day job, but they do have some amazing drinks. So like, even though their coffee shops are not truly coffee shops, like great lemonade, great smoothies, don't want to knock them. It's kind of funny.
Yeah.
With the production, let's talk about the production. As you're saying, y'all didn't have permits for everything, but y'all were in multiple spots around the city. What was the production like for this film?
I have to say the Dutch were just the most amazing people. That's why I wanted to end up living there. It's not just that I love the city. It's that you would go in and they own the property and they could say yes to us. And they did. And then when we did Melo Mello, that bar is so legendary, blues bar. The Rolling Stones used to play on that same group, that same street in the 70s. They had Count Basie. I mean, they had legends in this place. And what was interesting about that is that we were going to have to pay $1,500, and I was on such a strict budget. And the owner came up at the end and said, "You guys are so great, and it was so much fun, only $300." So I had repeatedly these experiences. And as I mentioned, Diederik would get me the very difficult situations where, of course, you're supposed to have permits everywhere, but when you're out on the street, but not everywhere we did. I shouldn't be announcing that. But inside, when a person owns it, as long as they signed a location and agreed to it, it was just an incredibly pleasant, amazing experience. But the pressure was so seriously on me. It was 9 days, and we were going to come back in April to finish the movie. But COVID hit, so I had to kind of figure out how to end the movie. And the movie's shorter; it's only an hour instead of an hour and 20 minutes. But I will tell you that at one point, I didn't have enough money. And I thought, I'm not going to be able to do this film. I'm going to have to cancel it 3 weeks before. And the casting director that was getting all the extras and some of the smaller parts, she goes, you know what? I'll just pay everybody and you pay me when you can. Who does that? Who does? She risked not even meeting me, just hearing me on the phone. Like we had 60 extras and she paid them and cash flowed it. And Diederich did the same thing. Like he didn't take, his bill for months. And everybody, a funny thing is I had to stay in the Kimpton Hotel for 2 days and just eat and drink there at the end because I didn't have any money. Once everybody left, I had to move my ticket a couple of days until some of my money came in because I ran out of money. So it was stressful doing a whole film in 9 days, but it's a perfect example of the Dutch helped me and everybody on my team from America helped me. And it really went well. And I'm really proud of the film. I mean, every time I watch it, I laugh and I've seen it hundreds of times. So.
With that being said, y'all are watching it. Y'all are taking it out on the road, correct? It's kind of doing the festival circuit at this time. Is that correct?
No, the American Abroad is doing the festival circuit, but I want to tell you, we've won on a lot of online, and there are a couple like the the Amsterdam. Oh God, it's an Amsterdam Film Festival, and I can't give you the exact. There's so many, but we've already gone like to the final submission. We keep on winning each thing. So if it gets in the final, I may fly in for that. But I started submitting mostly to American Abroad, that is coming out in the fall and to festivals. But this one's won. I think we've won 7 awards already.
Wow! Congratulations! That's wonderful.
There's the churches in Greece.
So my last big question for you is where we find this. You can find the film right now on your app, Kimpton Travels and Films. Why turn this turn this into the jumping point for your own travel app?
Well, there's a couple reasons why I created the app is because I love to travel. I've been to over 40 countries and I've got, I think, unique information to give you about each country just because it's my personal take on it. And I was very lucky to grow up in a family that traveled a lot. But then the second reason that I developed the app is my love for movies. Independent movies, I find that it's very hard to find movies these days. So I've curated a list over 100 and I'll keep on updating. I'm watching this while I'm here in Greece, this incredible Greek film that I'm going to add to it. And it's just hard. It's hard to find films today that I think are great. So I have that, but then in another area is my original content. So I decided, because the film is shorter and I had this other film to launch, why not launch it on my app? And there I also have a late night show I did out of South Africa where I showcased 6 great artists. I just shot that in February of 2024, which is really, really my dream is to do a late night show around the world. And then I have some of my comedy. And then I also sell my memoir, which is Escaping the Hollywood Bardo. And of course, Bardo Blues, the film that is on Amazon and won over 40 awards. So my dream with this app, and it's only $7.99. I hate to do the shameless plug, but you get a lot for a yearly subscription that on the app, you can get it on Google or Apple very easily. The idea is to become your own studio because Hollywood is falling apart. And if my dreams come true, I will have enough content on there that I become, a destination for the people that love my art. And all I want to do is promote art and travel. So that's the vision with Kimpton's Travel and Film app.
Oh, that is absolutely lovely. And I mentioned this earlier. It's really funny that you're in Greece because my husband and I are actually looking to go to Greece. So we're starting in Amsterdam and ending in Greece with this interview, and I absolutely love it. So I'm looking forward to.
Okay, well, look on my app. I haven't updated all the places, but I do want to do the plug because we shot in Hydra as well as Patmos for my app, not for my app, for American Abroad. And the man that owns this actual hotel with this incredible view of the port in Hydra, it's Porta del Mar. It is an amazing little boutique hotel. And the reason why you want to come to Hydra, it's only 2-hour ferry. There's no cars. It's such a magical place that is so close to Athens, where Patmos is, it takes 12, 14 hours on a ferry to get to. So it's one of these magical places. But hit me up either on my app or personally, because I have a lot of Greece tips, because I think I've been, 7, 10 times. I love Greece. And look at the lights going down right as we end the interview.
That's wonderful. All right, yeah, definitely. I'll hit you up on the app for sure. Work through the PR teams, guys. If the daughter of one of my favorite hotel chains is, I'm just chatting with her like that.
My dad's ears are ringing in heaven. But thank you, Heather. It's wonderful. Great questions. And I'm just so happy that you laughed at my movie, because it's a labor of love, and, as an artist.
It was an absolute blast. An American in Amsterdam is available right now on the Kimpton Travels and Films app, available on both the Google Store and Apple stores. Thank you so much, Marcia. You have a wonderful day. Thank you.
Thank you, Heather. A wonderful night in Greece.
Yes, night. Absolutely.
Nerds rule the world.
Pleasure chatting with you. Love to all my nerds who rule the world.
Yeah. Nerds rule the world.
Yes, we do.
Thanks. Nerds rule the world.
Thank you.
I love the nerds ruling the world, so more power to you.
Patrick, what up, man? And yes, they do. Nerds rule the world, kid.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Awesome. Kuya P, nerds rule the world. Hello.
Yes, they do.
Yes.
Oh,
nerds rule the world.
I got.
It's in the title of your show, like nerds rule the world. Like, I want more black weirdos on screen, and I don't feel like we ever get to see that very much.
Thank you so much. Nerds do rule the world.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you, nerds rule.
Love
it. Hello, Sarah. Hello, Julie.
Yes, nerds rule. Yes,
rock on. I love it. Thank you so much.
It's good to see you. I love Nerds Rule the World.
But yeah, there's a heavy nerd component, man.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, if you ask me, nerds rule the world. So
absolutely.
And you're right. Nerds do rule the world.
We're just the best.
Yes.
Thank you, ladies.
Nerds so much.
Thank you.
Yes. Thank you, guys.
Bye.
It's your boy Kuya P. Nerds rule the world. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate you.
They rule the world all right.
Yes. Take care, Tony. Thank you, guys.